Oh, sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator.
Classified my ass!
Government is another way to say better than you.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver Common Sense Show.
Want the sackheads to give you a blessing?
8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. Good morning to the West Coast. Good afternoon to the East Coast. And in the middle, hello. Oh, man. Been staying up late being stupid lately. What? Last night I stayed up late listening to the Sackheads. So, it was worth it. You know, I had my show, got done with that. Listened to Ken the Conservative, and then to his Sackhead show. It's always fun listening to them. It's like an Abbott and Costello between those two. The strongest reason for the people to retain the right to keep and bear arms is, as a last resort, to protect themselves against the tyranny and government. Thomas Jefferson. Oh, no. Oh, one of our founding fathers said something profound about guns. Yeah. Take that, Democrats. All right, this isn't really news, but all right, I'm a gamer. I play WoW. I play EverQuest 2, and a host of others. Don't play Battle Pirates. Oh, God, that's the worst game. So, EverQuest 2... which EverQuest and EverQuest 2 was owned by Sony Entertainment. They sold off a couple months ago to investors. Pretty much the same staff has stayed on. And they broke off, and it's now called, Daybreak Entertainment, I believe it is. So for EverQuest 2, you know, all these games you have chance of people cheating. They always find ways around. Hey, usually in most games, it meant you were going to get banned from the game. You had the people that ran their mouths, trying to be bullies, all that kind of stuff. Hey, so what Daybreak has done with EverQuest 2 is they're going to start another server. It's called a prison server. Now, it's a lifetime sentence when you go to this prison server. If you get caught cheating, and there's a host of other things. I don't want to say host, but there's other reasons. They will put your character on the prison server. All your characters. You can never transfer out. Once you're there, you're there. But they've also said, hey, you know what? There's people that play with friends, and they might stop playing if we put them on the prison server. So we'll allow them also to transfer over if they request. They can never come off of that prison server. They can never transfer back. And all their characters, that's the only server they can play on. I like the idea. I do. I saw someone freaking out. You're consolidating all the servers. You know, you're putting them together because it's a low population. Now you're creating a new server. Read the article. It's very important. Read the article. It helps. But there will be no free to play, from my understanding. You won't get any customer support, and You do whatever you want. You want to cheat? You want to bug other players? Go right ahead. On the server, you do what you want, and they don't care. Kudos. Daybreak is the company. I mean, if this works, you're going to see it on World of Warcraft, which as well, EverQuest, Guild Wars. I'm trying to remember them all. I've played so many of those games. I was never into it, and a buddy got me. I was watching him play, and I didn't really exactly care for it. I was like, nah. Finally, I caved in. So, all right, let me try this. Whew. Yep. It was addicting. But I've been playing since like 2001, 2002. It's fun. I've jumped around and... come on. Trying to pull up the next article. My computer's giving me a hard time. Ruh-roh. Hey. Okay. Shnikes. Or as Penny would say, crap on a cracker. Let me see if I... Why is... all my pages crashed? Yeah, that's weird. Of course, it's CNN. Fox News. This is a lovely way to start the show. I get one article and... Well, I was going to go to is Curt Schilling has been suspended. For those that don't know who Curt Schilling is, he's a pitcher for Major League Baseball. He played with the Phillies, and he played with Boston. In fact, he won World Series with Boston. Which now he works for ESPN. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about this. I don't know why my computer just crashed over there. Let me close stuff down and open it later. All right. On to the ball game. I think was suspended for making a comment, which I didn't find all that offensive. And I think he should have apologized for it. There was nothing to apologize for. His tweet basically said only 5 to 10% of Muslims are extremists. That's I hate CNN. I hate CNN. I hate CNN website. All right. Sorry about that. It said only 5 to 10% of Muslims are extremists. Okay, that sounds about right, doesn't it? And in 1940, only 7% of Germans were Nazis. How'd that go? And then he went on to say the math is staggering when you get to true numbers. Now, this is not a false statement. It is not a racist statement. It is fact. But, of course, ESPN's going to cave without anybody even complaining yet to them. They're going to cave to this mysterious minority. That was offensive. I didn't like that comment. Yeah, well, oh well. I don't like a lot of comments that the Democrats make. They still are allowed to talk. I mean, most of the things that Democrats say and liberals say and progressives offends me. So are we going to start shutting people up now? I don't care that he works for a company and they don't see it's right. He didn't say anything wrong. He didn't bash the religion. And he was talking about the small numbers that are the extremists, that are the jihadists, the ones that are causing a lot of the problems in the world today. And he compared it to another event in history. Well, it's not that far off. ISIS, look what they're doing. They're killing Jews. They're killing Christians. By the handful. No one's stopping them. It's an eradication that they're doing. Plain and simple. They are trying to eradicate two religions so that their religion is the only one left. Well, I know there's more than 3 religions. You get my point. Well, liberals won't get my point because they're not that perceptive. Yeah, I don't understand, so what? So he said 5 to 10% of Muslims are extremists. Well, here we go. I'm saying it. I'll take his statement and I'll carry on with it. 10% of the Muslims are extremists. And in 1947%, that's less than what that is happening nowadays. I need a new laptop. Oh, God. I really got to find sponsors. All right. I will say 7% of the Germans in 1940 were Nazis. 7%, that's a very small percent of population. But they started taking over. 5 to 10% of the Muslims are extremists. They are the ones causing the problems. I even saw a video right before I came on air. It was in England and Luton, where the Muslims have pretty much taken over the town. And if you're not Muslim, you could be British, and you drive through the town, they'll tell you to get the hell out. It is not your town anymore. They will try to assault you physically. They tell you it's not your town anymore, it's our town. This is in England. This is what's going on. And it's not just one town. There is several towns that this issue is going on. America, if you want to see our future, pay attention to what's going on in England. They've allowed the socialist movement. They have allowed the Muslims to take over. They are about 10 years ahead of us. Take a look at them. Then say, is that what we want? Do we want Muslims taking over towns? And if an American goes into that town, they're going to get assaulted, both verbally and physically, chased out of the town. You could have lived there all your life. Now that they have control of towns, they're running people out. This is not true of all Muslims. But it's this extremist group of the Muslims. Yes, I know Christians have done it in the past. Yes, I understand that. That was in the past. They're not doing it now. Now we have the Muslims. And at one point, the Muslims weren't doing it and the Christians were doing it. I'm not justifying one for the other. But we can't have one religion running around doing what they want and killing people. Period. I don't care what religion it is. We cannot have that as a society, as a world, as humans. ISIS is getting no different than Nazi Germany. Except that they're spread out across the whole world. And there's people in these countries that are, falling under this spell. I don't know what's so appeasing about it, because they are going to use you. They are going to use you and abuse you and put you where you're going to get killed. They don't care, especially if you're an American. Even if you convert, you are nothing to them. They are going to put you on the path to suicide missions and so forth, so that you die. They don't care. You converted, you're American. They don't want you. They act like it, but they send you on suicide missions. So Kurt Schilling should have never apologized, and ESPN should have never suspended him. Period. That makes me really sad for ESPN. And whether I want to deal with any of their channels. And I really don't pay attention to the TV much. I mean, all these companies are doing this, and I'm just getting sick of it. And I very little do I watch TV. You know, I'll spend time with my wife and kid, and doing research for the show. Just looking up information, trying to better the show, see what I could do to better it, trying to work on the website to get it better. I'm not a web designer, never have, never will be. So if you go to my site, reaverofcommonsense.com, just understand, I'm an EMT, or I was an EMT firefighter. I don't know how to create a web page. That's the best I could do. Until if I can get sponsors for the show or something, or somebody wants to donate, then I can start having professionally done. But until then, you got me. Ha 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 ha. All right. Oh, I just saw this. And again, nothing political. There was questions whether Danica Patrick was going to be back with Stuart Haas. There was rumors that she was going to be released. When did this come out? Oh, this came out like a week ago. Patrick and then the number 10, Stuart Haas Racings, will be sponsored in 2016 and beyond by Reno, Nevada-based Nature's Bakery. And Danica Patrick has signed a multi-year contract extension to remain with SHR. Basically what it is they want her as a spokesman. Tony Stewart was smart picking her up. I know she's not doing that great racing, but the money that she brings into that organization, I mean, you got Kevin Harvick. He's winning races, but he brings in sponsors. That's what matters. Sponsors bring in money to the organization. So, I don't see Danica going anywhere anytime soon, because that would leave, the sponsor would back out of it. I bet you they got a small clause in there. Good for her and good for Tony. All right. Any breaking news? Let's see. I don't see any right now. What the bloody crap on a cracker. Deaths in Austria. Mediterranean rise. Migration. Grim toll in Europe. I don't mean to laugh at that, but the discovery of the dead migrants in the back of a truck in Austria just the day after the Italian Coast Guard said 54 people lost their lives trying to cross the Mediterranean. An Austrian Interior Minister's statement said it appeared that the many bodies found in the truck, whose number has not yet been confirmed, are refugees. Hey, at least America isn't the only one that's having this problem. Oh, and I was actually reading on Mexico. So Mexico's screaming that if we put a fence up, wall up, it's racist against them. But they put a fence and wall up on the south side of Mexico between them and Guatemalan. So, because they were having issues with illegal immigrants coming in and they didn't want to deal with them, they refused to give citizenship. At the same time, they're claiming America has to give their citizens citizenship. Double standards there. Yeah. You know, the Guatemalans that were coming in, what's just funny is they were getting paid like $350 a day, something ridiculously low like that. Then the farmers were deducting for living expenses, housing, and all that. They weren't making squat. But yeah, they got this issue going on over in Europe too, where people are trying to leave certain areas and they don't want to take them in. But then they condemn the United States for trying to stop the influx of illegal immigrants. That's what really annoys me. You have all these countries. I mean, you have within the European Union and Mexico and a bunch of South America, well, Central and South America. You know, they condemn us. That's not right. You should take those people in. Do you? No. Why not? Because that would hurt our economy, and it's just not right. We have laws set up against that. Well, so do we in America. What? You're racist. Well, if you don't take in illegal immigrants, aren't you racist? No, it's different. How would it be different that we're racist, but they're not? Somebody explain this to me nice and slowly. Maybe, I got a thick skull or something, but if they don't take them in, how can they condemn us? That's being hypocritical. They're being hypocrites. Oh, the left. Never a hypocrite. Never. Time for a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. This is the Reaver of Common Sense, and your host, DJ.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cow for the stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press Radio, and YouTube through the SHR Media page for a different kind of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Hey, it's Jersey Joe from Reaver of Common Sense, and we have moved to a new night and time. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on shrmedia.com, you will catch the Reaver of Common Sense uncensored, unfiltered, and only on shrmedia.com.
This one is called My Mind is Dangerous.
Sometimes I just can't help myself. Sometimes I just can't help myself. And my mind is dangerous, and that's who I'll always be.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense with your host, Jersey Joe. Hope you liked that a little bit. That song's kind of long, so I didn't want to play the whole thing. It's like 6 minutes long, but I needed a couple extra minutes, so I figured I'd give you guys time, get some coffee, get something to drink. So, yesterday's shooting, that was just sick, disgusting, and depraved. But also, and I'm not blaming the victims, the two that are dead, I'm not blaming them. But you can notice one thing that we can learn from. Pay attention to your surroundings. That guy, he pulled the gun, pointed it at the reporter, Allison, walked closer with the gun pointed, took a couple steps to the right, put the gun down for a minute, and he's almost in the peripheral vision of the cameraman, but the cameraman's so focused on the shot. Same with the reporter. Now, like I said, I'm not blaming the victims, but this is a lesson to people to try to pay attention to your surroundings. You see something, take a look over there real quick. If she would have looked over, especially if she was able to carry, which I don't think she was, we might be having a different outcome. But, of course, I'm not going to mention this guy's name. I don't like to do that. There's an article, the gunman's parents, or family members, I should say, have expressed their condolences to both families of Allison Parker and Adam West. Or Adam Ward. Why did I say Adam West? I'm thinking Batman for some reason. Family representatives said, "We are praying for the recovery of Vicky Gardner. Our thoughts and prayers at this time are with the victim's family and with the News family. Words cannot express the hurt that we feel for the victims. Our family is asking that the media respect our privacy." You can understand. I'm not going to bash family for what some person did. But I do find it funny. I was going to talk about it later on, but... All right, so we got a black gay male shot 2 white people. What is you would think that the media is going to freak out like they do if it was reversed. They would freak out. Oh my God, look at that, the white person killed a black person. But now, the roles are reversed. And they want to ban guns. It's like, oh my God. Double standards they have. It's not racial that a black person murdered 2 white people. A gay black person murdered 2 white people that were straight. That's not a hate crime. Reverse the roles, and it's a hate crime. Obama would be sending DOJ immediately to go investigate. Where's DOJ going to investigate this? Oh, yeah, I don't see them around. This is double standards. One set of laws for one group of people and another set of laws for a different group of people is really, really annoying. There's massive shenanigans going on with that. I cannot understand the logic that you have one set of rules. I mean, that's almost the term of racism right there. You have one set of rules for one ethnicity and another set of rules for another. If you're going to have it, you have it for everybody. Not pick and choose, which this administration has done since day one. They pick and choose what laws they enforce. I try to read over everything, about the president, not the sitting president, but within our Constitution and everything, and I can't find where he has the right to pick and choose It says to enforce the laws, not pick and choose. I mean, if you don't like the law, same thing I tell people. If you don't like the law, change it. Do what you need to do and change the law. I shouldn't say that to Obama because he'll just write an executive order. That's another annoying bit. He's actually governing the country through executive orders, and that's not exactly what they were set for. I know he's not the first president to do it. I'm not going to bash that. But if you notice, every president, every election keeps expanding and expanding and expanding on what executive orders do. And it's going to be funny if we get a Republican president. I'm hoping we do. I should say conservative because I honestly think the Republican Party is pretty much dead. Or at least on life support. And they're doing it to themselves. They're not even trying to do anything to make the situation better. They keep trying to make the situation worse. Idiots. I see South Carolina has mandated that the candidates have to sign this pledge. I pledge allegiance to... Oh, wrong pledge. That one we want. I pledge that I will support whatever candidate that the GOP nominates and not run third party. You freaking mental midgets. Never done that before. Probably the only time they'll do it. It's basically a big FU to Trump. I know some people like that. Some people don't. It's like Almond Joys and Melon. So, I'm really not trying to jump on the Trump bandwagon today. I know I've been pretty heavy on that lately. But yeah, where's the outrage? Where's the rioting, the looting? Didn't happen. Nope. Where's the outrage of this racial crime? Nope. Americans look at it and go, man, the guy was mental. He had some problems. We're not looking at this. Most people do not look at every situation and break it down to racial. Oh, it was racial. That was racial. I rang your food up. That's all. Yeah, that's racial. No, it isn't. I understand we're bringing up the subject because to show the left the lunacy that they do for every little thing. Every little thing. Oh my God, a black person's been shot. It's racial. He was shot by a black man. Oh. So, we got to ban guns now, and, come on. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old and just getting set in my way. It just bang head on wall. Lindsey Graham is in the news again. I wanted to get on it yesterday. So, Lindsey Graham opened his mouth and stuck about 20 pairs of boots in his mouth. Calls Trump an idiot. Supporters are racist, anti-Muslim, woman haters, defends Comrade Bush. Well, Lindsey Graham, fuck you. Excuse me about that, but that's all I got to say to Lindsey Graham. That one just pissed me off. It just pissed me off that that's all he's doing is trying to lambaste us and discredit us. Well, you mental midget, you're going to need us. Because without us, guess what? You do not take the White House. Mental midget moron. A little late for this, but.
Warning. The following video clip contains strong.
All right, everybody's been warned after the fact. I'm sorry about that. And it's not the first time he's done it. And there's several Republicans. They decide, we got a problem with Trump, so we are going to insult, degrade Trump so that they come running back to us and support us. Do you see the stupidity in your thinking? Do you? I'll wait while you think. It might take me a couple years by the time you think. Not my audience, these GOP elitists. Whether you like Trump or not, that's your prerogative. You have the right not to like him. You have a right to choose your own candidate. I do not knock anybody. What you don't have the right to do, or you do have the right to say whatever you want. It's not smart. Not smart at all to insult your base. I've been banging on this drum for a while now. Please, someone knock one of these GOP elites and point them to my show so they can understand insulting your base is not the way to go. You think we're going to come right back to you? No. I would have thought you learned that from Mitt Romney. I mean, how many people didn't vote because you put the wrong candidate up? And then trying to push Bush. That's what's funny. Graham is trying to push Bush. Why? Because, has less than 1% or something like that on the polls. Let me take a look. Real Clear. And let's go to national because I want to get national. They're a little bit old, but still. RCP average. Where is he? Graham, 0.3. Not even 1%. He is almost at the bottom of the barrel. 0.3. Mental midget. You're getting bad as Harry Reid. How can you be that stupid and sit as a senator? How can you be that stupid and call yourself a conservative? Yeah. The GOP ought to be silencing and telling people like that to shut the hell up. It irks me. It really does. What makes this guy think to do that? You know, I always bash the Democrats. They are not even this stupid. They don't sit there and bash each other in public. When it comes to primaries, I'm talking, I know they've had some issues lately. There's infighting, and it's kind of leaked out a little bit. But they smooth it over and try to keep it in-house. Here, you know, these mental midgets like Lindsey Graham. Oh, I'll say what I want. I'm going to insult this base. They're going to come running back to us because I insulted them. So then we'll get the vote. No, not the way it works. Your boy Jeb Bush is sliding further and further and further back. Pretty soon he's going to be with you, Graham. Mental midgets. I got a headache now. I really got a headache from thinking about that moron. So now, also, we're going to switch gears. Top senator presses state on whether Clinton has security clearance despite FBI probe. It is standard during FBI probes that top secret clearance is removed. And she's running for president. Now, let's say by a wild chance, she gets elected president. Now, her top secret clearance has been removed, but she's the president. There's FBI investigation on the sitting president. Will she squash it? Cover it up? Yeah. And you got Democrats even going, you need to give up your run. You need to stop your run. Yeah, it's not smart. State Department uncovers nearly 18,000 missing emails sought from ex-Clinton spokesman. To be exact, 17,855 emails sent between the former Hillary Clinton spokesman and a reporter that the agency long claimed did not exist. Oh, gee, she got caught in a lie? She got caught in a lie? Oh, my God. Gawker was seeking official correspondence between Renee's, whatever, and reporters from 33 news outlets. But state officials responded Thursday with the news that they had explicitly found 81,159 emails with Rainey.Governor email account, despite asserting 2 years ago that none exist. 22% of the 17,855 of the emails were likely related to Gawker's request. This email scandal just keeps getting better and better and better, and she just keeps trying to push off, it's nothing. It's a conspiracy theory from the right. Take off your tin hat. No, put the tin hat back on, please. This is not a conspiracy theory. Nope, it isn't. But it is commercial time. Be right back with Reaver of Common Sense. And I'm your host, Jersey Joe.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cow from a stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press Radio, and YouTube through the SHR Media page for a different kind of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Hey, it's Jersey Joe from Reaver of Common Sense, and we have moved to a new night and time. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on shrmedia.com, you will catch the Reaver of Common Sense uncensored, unfiltered, and only on shrmedia.com.
A company always on the run, a destiny, oh, it's the rising sun. I was born, a shotgun in my hands, behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny bad company till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. All right. So, we got another mental midget winner. This mental midget was wanted by police. So, he goes in deep hiding. Goes hiding real deep so no one can find him. So deep that he posted on Facebook, and gives up his location. I don't understand it. I've had it down here in Florida. I've seen it where some idiot that's wanted by the police. What does he do? Taunts the police on Facebook. I'm gone. You can't catch me. Nah, 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 nah. One police department was like, "Yeah, keep posting, please. Go ahead. You have your fun. Go ahead. We'll give you your space." You can't. Wait a minute. Someone's at the door. Mental midgets. You see, well, this guy, he is accused of texting a 28-year-old woman 284 times over 3 days. The texts were a mix of pornographic images and marriage proposals. Yeah, that works so great when you give almost 300 texts in 2 days and marriage proposals. Oh, the success of that. It just is spellbinding. It warms my heart and puts a tear in my eye. Morons. Now, there's a lot of morons, and they keep multiplying. See, that's why George Carlin was correct. We should not be so overprotective of our kids. Let nature take its course. Because what we have now is a bunch of idiots breeding and creating more idiots. Pretty soon we're going to be like that, I can't think of the movies. I think it was called Idiot or something like that. Not Luke Will. One of the Wills. Yeah, I can't remember. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. The society can become so dumb. It's run by dumb people. And, we're there. Let me see some. I also wanted to touch on, and I think this got me in a couple flags raised yesterday. Everybody's calling for a gun ban. We got to ban the guns. Oh my God. Ban the guns. Save the people. All right. Timothy McVeigh killed 168 people and injured over 600 at one try. I know now it's hard to, they banned the truck rentals, they banned kerosene, fertilizer, diesel, racing fuel, they banned barrels. Oh, wait a minute. I'm being told I am giving you wrong information. None of that got banned, even though 168 people got killed and 600 injured. Okay, well, this one, let's see, oh, what the heck? I did have the numbers. I did. I thought I'd all put it at. I did. Okay, there it is. Boston bomber. It's so hard to get pressure cookers and backpacks now. Huh? Okay, they're not banned, but 3 spectators were killed and 264 injured? And nobody screamed for a ban on backpacks or pressure cookers? But someone pulls a gun and, oh my God, the gun, ban it. I have said for a while, if man has malice in his heart, he will find a way to commit it. You can ban whatever you want. Humans have been killing humans since humans started on this planet. We did it with swords, knives, stone, bows and arrows, rocks, tar. There's a host of things. And don't tell me it's for the safety of the children. Because if the left was so worried about children and the safety of the children, if it saves one child, it will be worth it. Don't worry, you can abort that baby. Yeah, you can sell the parts off. Don't worry about it. Then they're not worried about the children. I see a lot of hypocrisy going on with the Democrats. A lot. If it saves one child, it'll be worth banning guns. Just save one child. You are a racist. You're a sexist. You don't want that woman to be able to do what she wants with her body and kill that unborn child. Oh, you are sick. Just remember, if it saves one child from being sold off as parts, there's a lot of hypocrisy in this government. Our government was not meant to be run by professional politicians, lawyers. God, that's only... And we're getting overrun. I mean, lawyers have their place in this country. Yes, they do. There's good lawyers, there's bad lawyers. Along with everything in life, there's good and there's bad. Without good, there is no bad. Without bad, there is no good. Without light, there is no dark. Without dark, there is no light. It's just the way the world goes. And the country was set up that the common man was supposed to run it. Back with our forefathers, they did not want to get elected. They did not want to do it because they had farms to deal with. They had businesses to deal with. Being taken away from their family, they did not want that. But they did it for patriotism, for the country, for the people they did it for. Now we got a bunch of politicians that do it for their pocket. They do it as a career. This is not a career. This is for the people. And the sooner everybody realizes that, the better. Because then we can start pressuring as a whole. The people who are going to have to make the law are the same people it's going to affect. So that's difficult right there. But it has to be done. We have to set term limits. That nasty word. Term limits. Just as we did with the president. Term limits. Set term limits. So we do not have professional politicians. I mean, it's not going to stop you. Kind of like, okay, you want to run 2 terms as a senator, 2 terms in the Senate, or 2 terms in the House, and then take a shot for the president, and then you can run for local. Wow, you can do your career there. But you're not going to be able to get buddy with the lobbyist because you're not going to be around that long. Because just as you really get comfortable in taking the bribes from the lobbyists, I got to get out of office. Dang. All right. I also believe we need more than 2 parties. There's a monopoly between these 2 parties. It's a monopoly. Our government breaks up monopolies of companies except their own little monopoly. I know there's 2 parties and they usually go after only one company, blah, 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 blah. There is 2 parties that are pretty much locked in the politics. If we had 4, just pulling a number out for ease of math and all that, that's 25% chance you're going to get elected. You got to work harder. The parties are going to have to put up candidates that are actually going to do something because there's a greater chance. Hey, okay, Party A, we didn't like your candidate this time. Well, we're going to try Party D. Oh, no, we'll go to Party C, Party B. You increase the field. You increase that drive that they're going to want to put somebody better. We're not going to have to put up with Jeb Bush, with Lindsey Graham running for governor or president. It won't. Plain simple. Sorry about that, a little tired, but I'm just. We need to get rid of the career politicians. As everybody knows, Trump is leading big time. Trump is leading in the polls. I mean, he's almost doubling up the next competitor's numbers, which in most polls is Carson. I'm looking at the real clear politics right now. Yeah, Trump's at 23.5 as of right now. Quinnipiac, which just came out the 25th, has him at 28. I know there was a couple others that had him at like 30, 40. And there was an article that I talked about yesterday. It can't be backed with fact, but they're saying they feel as an expert that his number's closer to 50 because of the way the polls are taking and the way people have telephones nowadays. So they keep thinking he's going to run into an issue, and he could. The primaries are so far away. I mean, the stuff South Carolina is doing is a friggin' joke. And if you take a look at it, who's from South Carolina? Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is getting his ass handed to him. Handed to him. And he even shot his mouth off. When we go to South Carolina, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah. Not only did Trump kick your ass, you kicked your own ass at 0.3. So it sounds like South Carolina is throwing a hissy fit. Now, North Carolina, big brother, we might have to follow him. Oh my God, we might have Trump as the candidate. We actually might win it. Jiminy crickets. Crap on a cracker. That's what I got to say. I got one more day, and then the weekend's here. This happened last night. I'm pulling it up right now. 2 people, including a police officer, killed in Louisiana. It was reported last night. It's been updated this morning. A Louisiana police officer responding to a call of a man stabbing woman was fatally shot Wednesday afternoon, authorities said. One of the women who was stabbed also died. Deputy Sheriff Paul DeCapo of the St. Laundry Parish Sheriff's Office. I apologize if I messed that up. 2 other women were hospitalized. The suspect, 35-year-old, I'm not giving his name, was hospitalized after fleeing in his car from the house in Sunset, Louisiana, where the incident occurred. He crashed into a convenience store. What a convenience. Several blocks away, police said. It was very convenient for the police. He then the suspect proceeded to barricade himself behind an office door, but gave up after police used tear gas and broke in the room. My thoughts and prayers, and it's getting very common to say, it's going to have to be knives, but we'll get to that in a second. For the officer, yeah, my condolences, and for the woman, my condolences. We got a culture right now that they don't give a shit about human life. Period. Well, that's the end of the show, actually. I'm probably going to go a little bit over. I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon again. This is the Reaver of Common Sense saying, have a good night.
I've been around this world, yet I see no end. All shall fade to black.